Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Lemus Khan, aka PapaLemur. I am one of the quote-unquote top players in UFC 4. Today we're just going to be going over a few tips and tricks on how to properly use leg kicks. I know a couple people have done videos like this, such as Romero17 and Prioxis. There are a couple things that I believe they've left out and a few errors in the leg kicking game. If you're unfamiliar with me again, I was in the ESFL UFC esports tournament, and during that tournament I won 2 of the matches, and going into the semifinals put on a pretty competitive performance against Peyton, where I was able to demolish both of his legs, but he showed, ungodly amounts of patience and just gameplay knowledge and composure, and was able to take me out. But with this new patch, they have made some differences to leg kicks. Now leg kicks will slow down movement, and they will also affect power more. So obviously we're going to go with our boy Jose Aldo Jr. here. He's got the best leg kicks in the game. I'm just going to go, let's go with TJ. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's start with the calf kicks. So these are a new system implemented with the latest patch. They are executed just by pressing either A or B. A lot of people that have made videos on the calf kicks have yet to point out their one glaring weakness, and that is when you're up close with them, they are fast, but if I was to throw it in this range right here and I don't get the hit stun, then I am open for attack. So if I'm right here, I throw my kick. If I'm TJ, he can hit me with really anything. He can hit me with an overhand. He can start a combo off on me. So what I'm going to do to use these calf kicks is I'm going to poke at you. I'm going to go from outside of range. I'm just going to poke. I'm going to block and back up. If I move laterally towards the side, I'm going to get a hit stun if he's standing still. So with my right leg, I'm going to move to the left here, and I'm going to kick and he'll get the hit stun. With my left leg, I'll move to the right and I'll get a hit stun that way. And that's only if they're standing still. Now if your opponent is moving laterally, you're going to want to time your kick to the side that they're moving to. So if TJ is moving this way, I'm going to hit him with the left kick. If he's moving right, I'm going to hit him with the right kick, and that's going to create this hit stun animation again. Now, you can combo these. I don't recommend using any long combos into the leg kick, because again, you'll get blasted with an overhand. But what I will do is I'll jab and I'll angle out to the side, or I'll throw my straight and angle out to the side. This keeps you flowing and free. You want to be very mobile when you use your leg kicks. The only time you're going to be standing still is when someone is walking forward, or if they're walking forward and throwing a big strike like an overhand. You can time your calf kick, and that's going to get the hit stun reaction like this. But the main kicks that I use are going to be the regular leg kicks that were here since day one before the patch, and those are executed by holding down either the A button or the B button. Now these can work in the exact same way as the calf kicks. You'll get a hit stun. Granted, it's not as large as the window for the calf kicks. You'll notice the difference here. Just barely giving them any hit stun with that. But they are more useful, and I find that they're more accurate. So if what I'm going to do to implement the leg kicking game of the standard leg kicks is I'm going to initiate combos. Now this is what I was getting on about when I said Romero and Praxis did not really touch on this, executing leg kicks and combos. Now I want you to pay attention to the strike damage counter. It'll be in the left-hand corner since I'm Aldo, all the way up at the top. So if I'm here and I throw my leg kick, I'm only getting 8.3 damage. But if I throw my leg kick after a combo and I do it while backing up, look at the damage counter. 10.8. Now granted, it's not a perfect system. Leg kicks are very peculiar in the range differential. So you could be right here and land your leg kick and you'll get a different number every single time. But generally speaking, if you throw your combo and back up, you'll get a better reading. Than if I was to just throw it right here. So I'm going to throw my 1, 2, 3. I'm only getting 8.3 damage, 8.9, 14.7, 17. Now I'm going to stand still, 8.2, 7.3, 8.8, 18.5. See, there is a sweet spot here. You don't want to be right up close because you're not going to get the maximum range for your leg kicks. So I want to be generally right here in boxing range, not in clinch range. So if he's coming at me, I can throw my straight, 16.8. If I'm right here, 10.3. It's a very fine line between the distance of clinch and boxing range. It's just a literal half step backwards and you're going to get a massive increase in damage. It might not look like much, but the difference between 8 and 15 will really add up in the long run. So again, that's 8.9. Now if I'm just in boxing range, 12.6. And you can get creative with these. I like to mix it up with the body, head, and that hits every single level on the opponent. There's a million different combos you can hit with the leg kicks. Overhand, straight, hook, leg kick. See, that got the maximum of 18.5. Again, you can kind of play around with it. Really, you just want to mix it up or else you're going to get checked a whole lot. So a lot of times, people will start checking you when you do this because this is the main combo you're going to want to hit. Straight hook, leg kick. Now they'll start checking that. So I'm going to block with TJ. If I can get him to do it. There we go. So he's checking that. But now I can mix it up with the head kick. See, that head kick, I was in boxing range with that head kick, but backing up, you'll see it got me the full 57.5 damage. 56.3. Whereas if I was right here, 26.2. And sometimes you won't even land to the head, it'll land to the body instead. And when they're on the cage like this, your leg kicks will not be as effective. I have no idea why, but when they're square up against the fence, you're not going to get a whole lot of leg damage. It'll be neutralized. See, if I'm right here, you can see the total strike damage is very limited. Okay, now it's reset. I'm just going to go over a few combos with you that'll be very crucial to implement in your game plan if you want to leg kick people. One that I've just found out is the lead body teep into the rear leg kick. You'll see that it misses. I'm not sure if this is a glitch or if it's intended because it will miss half of the time. But the other half, you'll land a free leg kick and there's nothing they can do about it. I find it works the best when they're up against the fence because their movement is halted. So if you're parallel to the fence right here, you'll always land the kick. Let's see, even if I switch to TJ, see, you'll miss. Now they're up against the fence. So this is really the sweet spot right here. See, I can maneuver around with Aldo. Now I have him up against the fence. That's going to land every single time, and you'll see it hits for close to the maximum amount of damage. Let's see here. Another thing that will help implement your leg kicking game is this clinch position, which you can initiate. Again, everyone knows by holding RB and X, you'll grab the clinch. You can push them towards it. Now, a lot of times, if you grab it, people will... Jesus Christ. If I'm TJ, he'll move forward, and then if I'm moving forward as well, he'll stall your momentum, so you won't be able to move. Now, if they do that, you can hit RBX again and put them in the single under position. Now you're going to turn them towards the fence, and you'll get him here regardless, because there's nothing he can do. Now, there are two types of knees from this position. Here you have the single under. You can just hit A, and you'll hit the classic leg knee right here. But the problem with that is it's very easy to read, and they can do the whizzer escape if they hold the left stick towards the back. So if I'm doing this and TJ is holding both, or if he's just holding LT and RT and holding back on the left stick, he will escape. So what you want to do is hold your left stick back, and you'll enter into the back clinch. From here, you have two other types of leg knees. You have the left and the right. You never want to use the left. They both do the same damage, but the right knee is much faster. So if I'm doing this knee, TJ, he can turn into me, and I can still land the knee. Of course, it's hard to do it right here because I only have one controller. But if he is moving, I can hit him with the knee. See, it almost played there. I wasn't fast enough. But see if I can do it. Almost. But you get the point. You'll land that one leg knee no matter what. So oftentimes you'll see fights, they'll go back and forth just like this. If you hit the B button, you'll land the leg knee every single time. Now, the proper way to get away from this is not to keep going back and forth. It is actually just to walk away. Even if you're getting kneed, it won't play the animation of you walking, but you will eventually escape. The maximum amount of knees they can land is 3 in any given scenario. So I'm going to grab him again, put him against cage. Another thing to watch out for if you are the leg kneer, if I turn around, I can land that knee, but he can also land a free body knee. So basically, you're exchanging body damage for leg damage. I would not suggest doing this to an opponent that does the free knee unless you're very early into the fight, because you'll get put at a stamina deficit very, very quickly. So I would only do it if they like to play this game back and forth and they don't land the knee, or I'm only going to do it a few times if they're trying to land the knee. Maybe I'll go back and, you know, hit them 5 times. I'll exchange 5 leg knees for 5 body knees. I think that's a pretty good trade overall, because once you have one leg down, it starts to snowball, and it's not going to matter how much stamina that you have. Okay. Let's restart the practice. We'll go over a few of the combos. Jose has almost every single combo with the leg kicks that I use. So like I said before, your main one is always going to be the intercepting straight. So if someone's coming towards you, your straight punch is going to hit stun them if you land it at the correct time. You don't want to do the jab. A lot of people I see make the mistake of using the jab. That has almost no stopping power, and their combo is just going to come out and you're going to get wrecked, or they'll time an overhand and rock you almost 90% of the time. So what you want to do is always use your straight as your jab, and I follow up with the lead hook here. So I'm going to do my intercepting straight, lead hook, and I'm going to back up with my leg kick. You see that did 18.1 damage. Whereas if I was just here, that only did 8.6. So it's a differential of 10 points, which is massive, because you're expending the same amount of stamina no matter what. So you want to make it count, because leg kicking takes a lot of stamina. You're going to need to land at least 20 kicks, 10 on each leg, and that's on a good day. And a lot of times that will take your stamina down to about 60%. So you want to be very judicious in how you use your leg kicks, and you want to make every single one count. So you're always going to want to back up to get the maximum amount of damage. And like I said, it's very, very picky on how much damage you're going to get. A half step backwards is the life or death between 18 and 9. See? So here's your perfect range, is boxing range right here. You get the maximum amount of damage. Another one you can kind of poke at people with is the lead Superman punch, which Aldo doesn't have. You can do the lead Superman punch into the rear leg kick, but Aldo has the rear Superman punch. You can do that into the lead leg kick and kind of poke at people like that. A lot of people don't see it coming. Covers a lot of range, and even if TJ blocks it, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be able to land the leg kick, and that's what you're really after. And this is just a range finder to keep them honest. They're not going to be trying to hit you with any counters when you go for the Superman. Another one is, again, the lead overhand straight hook into the leg kick. This is a massive combo. Oftentimes you'll end up rocking them if you land the lead overhand, and you'll send them on their way down crashing to the mat, and you'll still land the leg kick. So as they're falling, you'll get about 18 damage on the leg as they fall to the mat. So you're getting a rock and maximum leg damage at the same time with this combo, if you manage to land the lead overhand first. But even if not, even if he blocks the lead overhand, again, you're still going for that leg damage. That's the main goal here. Getting the rock to the head is just a bonus. Let's see, another one that I use, this is one of my main combos, is the lead leg kick, straight hook, and then rear leg kick. You're getting 2 leg kicks in one combo, basically for the price of one. It's a lot like the double leg kick, except it's a lot less readable since there's 2 head strikes placed in the middle there. I find that if you use the lead calf kick to start it first, your rear leg kick will almost always land for maximum damage, but you do have to be a little bit closer. So this, the regular leg kick has more range, but I find a lot of times it will do less damage. But it's really preference for you. A lot of times the damage is not as different as if you use the lead calf kick. Very finicky. Again, mixing up your strikes to the body and the head opens up a lot of different leg kick combinations you can do. You can do the intercepting straight into the hook, and then you're backing up leg kick. You can do the straight to the body, hook to the head, into the leg kick. Really what you're trying to do is mix it up as best as possible so that you don't get checked. Because even with TJ, if he checks you, it only takes 2 to lower your leg health all the way down into blinking. With Aldo, it doesn't even take 2. A lot of times if you get checked by 1, it'll put you into blinking because he has steel checks. Okay. But if I mix it up, then he can't block that. I made the original mistake of, you'll see in the Peyton fight, that I really wanted that leg kick TKO. Okay. In the Peyton fight, it took pre-patch during the Peyton fight. If I was going to leg kick TKO him, that would have taken about 10 or 12 knockdowns to one leg in order to get that. So let's say he's switching stances, that's 20 to 24. Post-patch, it takes about 8 knockdowns per leg. So 16 in total if they're switching stances. But that's still not your main goal. If you do get it, that's a nice bonus, but you never want to just hunt the legs and hunt for that leg kick TKO, because as their leg health goes down, they're going to start guarding those legs viciously. They're never going to let you land those. They're going to eat headshots just to protect their legs. So your main goal is to set up head strikes, and in particular the head kick, off of your leg kicks. So I don't find a whole lot of success in the fake into the head kick. I find that's often too slow and your opponent can react to it. So what I'll do is I will just basically land my head strikes, because intermittently, since you've been using your combos to set up the leg kicks, they're going to do something like this. They're going to block their head, block their body, and you're going to land your punches to the head at intervals. So maybe they block one, you land your leg kicks, and then now they're going to start doing that. So now you can just land your head kicks. They're going to block a couple of them, but some of those shots are going to sneak through. Jesus Christ, this is not wanting to work for me. And you'll end up eating like 2 or 3 clean shots, because you're not going for the legs anymore, because you see that they're trying to guard their legs. You're just going to attack the head. It doesn't matter if they block, because you know you're going to land some clean. Really, when the head kick opens up is when you start to drop them with the leg kicks. So when they're up against the fence and you kick their leg and they fall down, because it's only going to take one, it doesn't matter if it's a calf kick or a regular leg kick, they're going to fall down, and that's going to place them right up against the fence. And as they're getting up, you're going to see that either they're going to block their head or they're going to block their legs. So it's a guessing game, another 50-50 in the meta. So when they get up, I'm going to either throw a leg kick or I'm going to throw a head kick. They can only react to one. And a lot of times you'll see that they just snowball. They'll eat the head kick, they'll fall down, they'll get up. You'll throw the leg kick, they'll fall down, get up, another leg kick, and then eventually you'll land that head kick that knocks them out. So we're going to go into some gameplay so I can show you exactly how this works in real time. Just quick fight for now, but I will see you there.